Hi, this is Majin, and here's my review for the anime called Gatchaman. Now, Gatchaman was originally produced in 1972 under the name of Kakaku Ninja Tai Gatchaman, which translates to Space Science Ninja Gatchaman. Now, Gatchaman was extremely popular in Japan. It had 105 episodes for the first run. There was two sequels, Gatchaman 2 and Gatchaman Fighter, and they were both got like 40 to 50 some episodes each. There was also a feature-length film, and there was supposed to be a U.S. release movie by Imagi Anime Studios, and then because of financial problems they had to cancel it, which is a shame. If you look online, there's actually two 5-minute clips from their work in progress, and I just wish that they did it because it would have been amazing. But anyways, let's get on back with the review. Now, Gatchaman basically was involved in that huge Henshin Sentai boom way back in the early 1970s. This came out originally after the Kamen Rider, and it was I guess you can say it's their attempt at emulating an American superhero team. Now, I don't think that they looked at it and said, we need to copy American superheroes, but it was basically the most successful attempt at doing something similar, taking an American concept and making it into an anime, but their version, their take on it. I guess one way you can look at it is, if you look back, you have, let's say, the X-Men, and, you have a group of mutants, and they fight evil of Magneto and the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Gatchaman was ninjas instead of mutants, and they're fighting the evil Empire Galactor, and they're giant robots. So you can see there's some similarities in that sense. Now, from there, this basically was almost like a template for the Super Sentai series, because if you notice the Super Sentai series, there's 5 heroes, and this has 5 heroes. And eventually, there was another show called Gatchaman, which was like a homage to Gatchaman. I mean, if you really even think about it with the Sentai series, everything that was Sentai series, it was Gatchaman. You have the different colored costumes, different weapons, different vehicles, and then modern day Sentai where you have giant robots. So there's a lot of similarities between the two. Now, with Gatchaman, what you have is basically I believe they were orphan teenagers, and they basically have special abilities. What I thought was what really appealed to me when I was growing up, when they had, each one of these characters had different weapons. Like there was a boomerang, but it's not like a boomerang. There's like a bird-shaped boomerang with metal blade wings. June had like a yo-yo. Joe had either a gun, or he's also used shurikens and feathers. Ryu, I think, had a gun, and Junpei had bolas. Now, the thing is, with these characters, now, I know you're probably going, feathers. See, but look at the feathers, there's metal on the tips. So, what Joe would do is he would throw the feather, and it would go into the throat of the Galactor's henchmen, and, they die. June, with her yo-yo, it's going right through the guy's, slicing the guy's neck here. Same with Ken's boomerang. When he threw it, sometimes he disabled the guns and things like that, knocked the gun out of their hands. Other times, the blade on the wing would slash right through their necks. So it was really violent. And when they try to make it into a show suitable for the U.S., it's so sanitized and watered down. I don't even consider it the same show any longer, because they took out everything that was cool about the show. Now, with Gatchaman, it's a very formulated show. You have Galactor, they have an evil plot and scheme. Gatchaman just is alerted to the fact that there's some trouble going on, and they go to stop it. Now, you get a little bit of let's investigate, and then from there, what you get is they first try to use bird missiles, usually, and if the bird missiles don't work, then they go and sometimes infiltrate the base to destroy it from within. If none of that stuff works, their G5 vehicle, the Phoenix, would basically just turn into a giant Firebird and just plow through whatever and destroy it. For me, what I got more excited about were the episodes where they infiltrated, because that's where all the hand-to-hand action was. There was fighting. There was, are they going to get caught? If they do get caught, which something always happens that lets the Galactor know that they're there, then the fight begins. Now, they also had a thing called, I think, the Whirlwind Pyramid. That's what they called it in the U.S. I haven't seen an episode yet that had it, so I don't know what they're calling it in the Japanese one, because I haven't seen every single episode yet. And the ones I have seen, it doesn't have it. But basically what they did was they just formed a pyramid, and they spun like a tornado, and then caused havoc inside, and that's how they would escape, type thing. Each one of these characters also had different abilities. Like Junpei was the reconnaissance person. June was electronics and demolitions. Ken was like the leader. Ryu was the pilot. And Joe was like, I guess you can say, like the weapons marksman type thing. And what you had on this show was you had two alpha males. They're very angry. Joe was a very angry person. His parents were killed by Galactor, so he has a personal grudge against them, and he has anger management issues. There was the potential love interest right here between June and Ken, and I'm sure there's a bunch of people who are going, well, what about Joe? He's awesome, and he should have gotten with June, but most likely it would have been Ken. Overall, despite the fact that the animation style is kind of old, which here I'll show you here in the back, it's still, if you look in terms of just entertainment value, I think that's where it holds up. While the clothing is a little off, the hair is a little off again, it's very reflective of the times of the 70s. But in terms of just watching, good triumph over evil type thing, with a unique twist here and there, in terms of the old school style, it's great. I love it. Totally love it. I don't know if I could sit there and watch every single episode in a marathon, but I'm definitely enjoying putting in a DVD, watching a few episodes, then go off and do something else and come back to it later and watch some more. Now, as you can see by this picture right here, it's really, really violent. There's scenes of horrific death when Galactor just rampages through towns, destroys military installations, things like that. It really shows gruesome faces, which you would never see in a cartoon in the United States ever. So that was also like a plus. Watching these episodes here, I can see what was actually cut out. While I don't remember everything that happened, I do remember whole chunks of the anime going, shouldn't there have been something right there? And then nothing, you can tell there were gaps. So it was nice seeing what originally happened. Now, to get these DVDs, it's kind of difficult, but it's also kind of easy at the same time. The Right Stuff has a bunch of the earlier volumes on sale for, I think, $3 or $4 each. The problem is, once you start going towards the end of the box sets, Amazon is the only place that I've seen it, and they're just charging like $200 or $300 plus to get them. So my guess is I'm going to have to hopefully find these at cons and then buy them that way, because at least a con won't charge $300 for a box. They're going to be thank you very much for buying it at regular price type thing. For the value, it's really good because you get 6 episodes on the DVD. Now, the DVDs are single like this, so you get 6. They do also have box sets which I believe contain 2 DVDs of story, and there's like a third of extras. And it's just cheaper just to buy the single ones. The box sets are, I think, around closer to 17 or so. So the best thing to do is just buy the single ones if you want to give it a try. It's $3 to $4 each. It's a drop in the bucket just to give it a 1 or 2 volumes a try. and you're getting a lot of episodes, so it's worth it. You should just buy it. This is like, I guess you can say, it's an important piece in animation history for what was going on at the time, what it accomplished in terms of the genre that it was in, and it's really violent. So if you like violent animes with giant robots, things blowing up, and this is the one for you. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. Rate the video up or down, let me know what you think. And I'll have more reviews out later, so until next time.